This is what this man looks like who said he's just tolerating you because you paying the bill. He said you're not cool enough to kick it with Maga. You want to take that? Welcome to Racist of the Week. My name is Reese Waters. This is where we expose the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also, laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the page, and definitely leave me any possible suggestions for nominees in the comments. You can email me at reese@reesewaters.com. And shout out to all the new members here on the channel. Today's nominee, Elon Musk. No, that can't be right. It says he should go back to South Africa. Why do we have South Africans, the most racist people on earth, white South Africans, making any comments at all on what goes on in the United States? From Steve Bannon? Steve Bannon is the one who called out the racist of the week? Cue the music!
Are we gonna do it? I never thought that was leave my face. No, I never thought that was leave my face. We bonded over bigotry, but they weren't supposed to turn on me. No, I never thought that was leave my face.
But they are!
Let them fight! No, let them fight! Now, Steve Bannon has been on Elon Musk's neck for a minute.
He's got a glass jaw. He can't take, because of the autism or where he's on the spectrum. He's clearly not. He's got the maturity of an 11-year-old. You can tell that. But it's obvious. He can't take criticism. One of his weaknesses is that he needs to be loved. He needs the masses to love him. You can tell he's on the stage. He needs that glory.
This one was always fascinating to me. I never imagined that Elon Musk, once it was apparent how he operates his platform, would be able to attract as many sycophants as he does. I can't imagine waking up in the morning, wiping the crust out my eye, brushing my teeth, because that's the thing I say I do even though I don't, and putting on a shirt and shoes, presumably these people have clothes on, and spending my day on X praising Elon Musk, knowing that that's the only way I can continue to survive on that platform. Like, how do you not have more pride about yourself than that? That would be like taking another man's name and putting it on your flag and hat and mud flaps and making that your entire personality.
But he's owned by the Chinese Communist Party. What are you talking about? Tesla, his only thing of real value is Tesla. He uses it for margin loans. He sells the stock. The Shanghai joint venture is 100% controlled by the CCP. This is why he never goes after the CCP. This is why he always backs off. This is when they had the protest. They had the protest about the lockdowns of COVID. He will not do it. Elon Musk is a total and complete phony. He is in bed in a business partner. He's done some good stuff, letting stuff out. With Taibbi and others, it's fine. But he is owned lock, stock, and barrel by the Chinese Communist Party, and he acts like it.
And apparently, one of the things that we have learned is that America first doesn't necessarily mean not compromised by other countries. Those two things are apparently not mutually exclusive.
Crony capitalism and Elon Musk. And by the way, when we cut him off, he went begging the CCP, and that's why they have the joint venture in Shanghai, the Tesla, which is 100% of his value, right? This guy lives on government contracts and taxpayer subsidies, okay? It's all, we're going to get Joe Allen in here for a second to transform it. Elon Musk, once again, brother, I'm smart enough to tell you no to your face, and I'm evil enough to be able to expose you as a running dog for the greatest enemy this nation's ever had. You're a war profiteer. You're sleeping with the enemy, brother, and you've been doing it because you're not an American nationalist. You're not even an American. All you are is a globalist, okay? A globalist. And you will go where anybody writes you a check, and you would take it from Adolf Hitler himself, because you're taking it from people that are as bad as Adolf Hitler.
Steve Bannon, did you just call Elon Musk a welfare queen? He cooking now. No, he cooking.
He's going up on Twitter and saying he's going to drive by Zuckerberg's house and they're going to fight in the backyard. I mean, this guy's a man-child. This is a man-child. This is a deeply disturbed individual. The X thing, and I will break it down in shows to come, but that's a whole Aleister Crowley. He's been obsessed with turning these companies into the word X. He tried to do it at PayPal, has done his whole life. That's an Aleister Crowley direct occult.
Who would win in a fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg? That is tough. I mean, the defenders of Elon Musk have had to assert post-salute that he does not have full control over his body. And that is something that we actually saw with the whole jump. So if you want to call it that. But then Mark Zuckerberg, when last seen, had the sorriest chain I have seen since '87. Like I guess I would go Zuckerberg in seven rounds.
I've said many times that Elon came and Elon's money helped organize the grassroots effort. In his engineering mind, he saw what the problem was as we saw it, and he supported it. And for that, he gets a place at the table. There's no doubt. You should. It's $250 million in June, not an entire cycle, in 5 months. But that dinner with Sachs and that check from Elon came at Biden's, when Biden, in the debate or right before the debate, and Biden, they kind of saw the numbers of where this thing was heading. They're recent converts, and we love converts. Hell, I'm a Catholic. We used to be in the convert business. Not so much anymore. We can't keep what we got. But in the old days, half the saints are missionaries. We love in converts. But the converts sit in the back and study for years and years and years to make sure you understand the faith and you understand the nuances of the faith and understand how you can internalize the faith. Don't come up and go to the pulpit in your first week here and start lecturing people about the way things are going to be. If you're going to do that, we're going to rip your face off. Because you can't beat us. We're not beatable. This army of the awakened is not beatable because we're relentless and we will never surrender and we will never slow down. And yes, if you go low, we'll go to the center of the earth.
That's right, converts. Y'all sit in the back. He talking to Zuckerberg, he talking to Bezos, and he's definitely talking to Elon Musk. And as long as he also made clear, I hope the Democrats were paying attention. You heard him say, you go low, we go to the center of the earth, right? I'm just making sure y'all heard that, because they've been hovering pretty close to the center of the earth up to this point. I'm just making sure that y'all understand what it is. Now let's get into this particular article. Steve Bannon calls Elon Musk a, quote, evil guy, vows to stop his influence over Trump. Ooh, those leopards are hungry. President-elect Donald Trump's former chief strategist, Steve Bannon, said Elon Musk is a truly evil guy and vowed to, quote, take this guy down in an interview that exposed a rift in Trump's orbit over the influence of the world's richest man. I will have Elon Musk run out of here by Inauguration Day, Bannon told an Italian newspaper in an interview last week, adding that the billionaire tech entrepreneur won't have full access to the White House. Now, this interview actually came from mid-January, but one thing that we know is that, in fact, did not happen. So, it's looking grim, Steve Bannon. I'm just saying. That don't look good. Hey, Before, because he put money in, I was prepared to tolerate it, Bannon said, referring to the $250 million Musk contributed in the 2024 campaign to help Trump's election. I'm not prepared to tolerate it anymore. Now, Elon Musk, what he is articulating is it was purely because of the money that your presence was even allowed. Now, as somebody that is wealthy and, how shall I say, socially confused, somebody who struggles with basic graces, this has to be something that you have confronted before. Just so you know, he just told you we only tolerating the rich dude because he paying for everything. And if you're wondering, this is what this man looks like who said he's just tolerating you because you paying the bill. He said you're not cool enough to kick it with Maga. That's what he said. You gonna take that? Huh? You gonna take that? This is what table would this be? It's not the nerds. What table would this be? It's not the jocks. It's definitely not the jocks. It's not the nerds. Is there a farmer's table? And if you're scoring at home, this ain't even the cool kids saying that the rich guy has to pay his own way to sit with them. This is general population who's saying that. These are the long hairs saying that you need to pay your way to sit with them. Bannon made the comments amid an ongoing dispute over H-1B visas opposed by Bannon and other far-right Trump loyalists, but backed by Trump's tech supporters. Trump last month said he backs the skilled worker visa program after Musk said he will go to war to defend the program for foreign workers at tech companies. You 0-2, Steve. You 0-2. No, because you said you was going to get him out of here before inauguration, and Trump done back to H-1Bs. I mean, he kind of told you what it is. Honestly, it looks like they offering up your spot at the table. Since Trump's election victory in November, Musk has quickly become an influential voice in the incoming Trump administration. Musk is co-leading an effort dubbed the Department of Government Efficiency to cut wasteful spending in the federal government. Huh? Is that Vivek Ramaswamy? Oh, he must be coming to get his things. Did you put his things downstairs? Yeah, okay. Hey, it's in a box in the lobby. Yeah. We got it all. Quote, he should go back to South Africa. Why do we have South Africans, the most racist people on earth, white South Africans, making any comments at all on what goes on in the United States? Steve Bannon, you told this man go back to Africa. You told this man go back.
I wish one of y'all would just start laughing, because y'all know you think this is funny.
This thing got good. Oh boy, this thing got good. This is the part where I take my phone out. Start videotaping for posterity's sake. You told that man go back to South Africa. Let him fight. No, let him fight. Hey, Elon Musk. Yeah, you heard he said go back to Africa. Yeah. And he said you got a big nose. Yeah. And he said something about your lips. Now, a couple things. He mentioned the most racist people on earth, white South Africans. Did not mention anybody else by name, but a couple people come to mind.
The Financial Times ticks them off. We have Elon Musk, who lived in South Africa until he was 17. David Sachs, the venture capitalist who left as a child and who has become a fundraiser for Donald Trump and a troll of Ukraine. Peter Thiel, an early Trump backer who spent years of his childhood in South Africa and Namibia, where his father was involved in uranium mining as part of the apartheid regime's drive to acquire nuclear weapons. And a lesser-known Paul Ferber, a South African software developer and tech journalist living near Johannesburg, who has been identified by two teams of forensic linguists as the originator of the QAnon conspiracy, an allegation Ferber denies.
And as far as, quote, the most racist people on earth, that tracks as well.
Their formative experiences in apartheid South Africa. Now, we in America are facing a moment when our politics are turning into their politics. MAGA is sounding more and more like the old Afrikaner parties, ranting about low birth rates, going after immigration and portraying immigrants of color as violent savages. The idea that democracy will end if their white male patriarch is not elected.
But here's my problem, Steve Bannon. Now they racist. Now they racist, right? Now that you having issues with the now they racist. You wasn't calling them the most racist people on earth with this whole anti-DEI movement, right? When he was calling out the black pilots, it wasn't most racist people on earth, was it? No. When we couldn't qualify for any position of esteem in our society, they weren't the most racist then. When he allowed all manner of trolls back on his platform, they weren't the most racist then. Now, all of a sudden, they're the most racist people on earth. I ain't seen nothing this transparent since Elon Musk called his own Twitter users contemptible idiots and saying that the racism has to be rooted out of the Republican Party purely because of opposition over this same issue on the H-1B. Oh, really, Elon Musk? Now they're racist. Now they are racist. See, what it is see, anti-blackness is excluded from the racism. You know, we have excluded the anti-blackness from the racism because we don't see color when it comes to the black. We are a colorblind society, but only for brown. You know what I mean? So with regards to y'all's issues, we are colorblind. We don't see color, so that's excluded from the racism. But when it comes to being anti-other races, then that's what we talking about now. Musk and Bannon could not be reached for comment. The Trump transition team did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Musk, a naturalized U.S. citizen born in South Africa, has held an H-1B visa, and his electric car company Tesla obtained 724 of the visas last year, Reuters reported in December. H-1B visas are typically for 3-year periods, though holders can extend them or apply for green cards. We found out a whole lot in December, now didn't we?
In fact, when they did fund us, they realized that we were illegal immigrants.
Well, I mean,
yes, we were.
I'd say it's a gray area.
Yeah, yes, we were. We were illegal immigrants.
Bannon said tech overlords like Musk use H-1B visas to their advantage, arguing 76% of engineers working in Silicon Valley are non-Americans. This is the central part of getting our jobs and economy back, said Bannon, who served as CEO of Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, and then for about 8 months as chief strategist inside the first-term Trump White House. These are the best jobs out there. No blacks or Hispanics have any of these jobs or access to these jobs. And that 8 months that he spent there was laughable till the 2 months that Vivek spent at Doge. He basically can get a pension compared to what Vivek did. Is that Vivek Ramaswamy? Bannon, who runs a podcast called Steve Bannon's War Room, served 4 months in prison after being convicted for contempt of Congress for defying a subpoena from the House committee that investigated the attack on January 6th. Bannon said Musk has the maturity of a little boy and lost credibility among many of Trump's supporters with his defense of the H-1B visa program. He said Musk is only worried about making money. Quote, quite frankly, the people around Trump are tired of it. We've seen peak Elon, his intrusive nature, his lack of understanding of the true issues, and quite frankly, his support of just himself. The sole objective is to become a trillionaire. That is his objective. Now, how is it? And I don't disagree with anything that you said, Steve Bannon, but how are you coming to these conclusions about Elon Musk, but absolving Trump of all of the same things? Specifically considering that Trump has backed Elon Musk on this very issue. It's looking kind of leaky. Your case looking kind of leaky, Steve. I'm be honest. Steve Bannon, your case is about as solid as that prison cell that you just walked out of. That is not looking good. Bannon added that Musk will do anything related to make sure that any one of his companies is protected or has a better deal or he makes more money. His aggregation of wealth and then through wealth, power, that's what he's focused on. The American working people in this country are not going to tolerate it. But you know who is? Donald Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump is going to tolerate it. In fact, I believe Elon got a shout out at Inauguration. Yeah. Donald Trump is going to tolerate it. The question is, are you going to tolerate Donald Trump's toleration of it? Apparently you will. So all this nonsense about the working people of this country, yeah, it's not, no. They are not standing on any type of business, Steve. Despite the fact that I agree with a lot of what you said, you ain't going nowhere with it. This is also a strand of populist economics. Bannon said on the air he wants to cut taxes for the working class, yet raise taxes on the wealthy. Good luck with that. Trump and the Republicans instituted tax cuts for the wealthy in his first term, and he has proposed extending them in his second. So you gonna call that out, right? Huh? You gonna? No? Oh, okay. So this is all just lip service? Gotcha. Okay. In our conversation, Bannon insisted the billionaires who contributed millions to the inauguration are not buying influence, but being used as trophies by the new president. They're not there because they support Trump. They're there because the Trump movement and President Trump broke them. Now, he wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't say nothing like that. Everybody understands the hierarchy and what it is. Yeah, no, he actually said that on camera?
He was banned from their platforms for, I think, 18 months. But as soon as Zuckerberg said, I've been invited and I'm going, the floodgates opened up and they were all there knocking, trying to be supplicants. So I look at this, and I think most people in our movement look at this as President Trump broke the oligarchs. He broke them, and they surrendered. They came and said, we'll take off any constraints. There'll be no more checkings, everything. And when Biden talks about that, they create the oligarchs. They only became oligarchs, and they flipped on them when they had surrendered, and now they're going to come to Trump saying, I view this as September of 1945, the Missouri, and you have the Imperial High Command.
The Imperial Japanese.
And he's like Douglas MacArthur. They're there that is an official surrender. Okay, and I think it's powerful.
See what it is. See, Trump is not indebted to these billionaires. No. See what it is. See, Trump is drowning them in money. You know what I mean? So Trump is giving them tax breaks so that they got so much money that they get distracted. Like the same way that Trump floods the zone with information, the same way that he floods the media with so much information they don't know what to cover. That's what he's doing with the billionaires and money. He just flooding them with money because they are broken and they are not going to be able to handle this much money. You know what I mean? So that Trump is standing on business. He you know what I mean? That's the only reason why he gave them the tax break, to drown them with money, because he knows we can't handle it. You know what I mean? He knows we not equipped to handle having that money right now. So that's why. Bannon also said that Musk didn't believe in the underlying tenets of self-governance, and he won't have a blue pass with full access to the White House. He'll be like everyone else. Bannon, does it look like he got a blue pass with full access? Look like. Matter of fact, he not only does he have access, he has office space in there. Yeah, he got space. Now, I, for one, welcome the fact that Steve Bannon is raising the alarm about the rampant racism that is apparent on his side of the aisle, the same way that I was happy to see Elon Musk do it. At the same token, as nonsense as it was when Elon Musk did it, because he had allowed so many of these knuckleheads back on his platform and it amplified so much racism, with Steve Bannon, the degrees that you're willing to twist yourself and your logic to protect Trump from all of the things that you are accusing Elon Musk of is wild. I haven't seen twists like that since they did your hair in the yard. This shows you exactly the lengths that MAGA is willing to go to protect Trump. So as we project forward on how this all is going to play out, because we understand where the fault lines are within the MAGA coalition. We understand the populist movement behind Steve Bannon, and we understand that you got the billionaires over on this side who, by and large, have interests that are completely opposite one another. What we see here is one calling the other out, but making excuses for moving purely in that direction. And if that's something that continues, that tells us a lot about what we're going to get during the course of the next 4 years and the excuses that we're going to receive over the course of the next 4 years. But for right now, congratulations, Elon Musk and the white South Africans. You are our racist of the week. As for you, Steve Bannon, you about to get a who raised y'all. What's wrong with you? I ain't seen nobody make excuses like this since the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I'm still mad. Hey, I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the channel as we approach a new administration and the changing winds of our media landscape. I want to invite you to join my channel. I think it's very important to preserve a space and a platform where I can communicate clearly and honestly, as all of our creators are hoping to maintain. Unfortunately, it looks like that ground may be evaporating right underneath our feet. So I wanted to let you know I'm going to continue to post on my channel, but I'll also be posting more in the membership section as well, so we can have clear and honest conversations. You can find the button to join right there on my page. There's also a link in the description box to all of my videos. I also want to invite you to join my mindfulness and meditation channel. That's my second channel. It is Way of Waters, because we gonna need it. We gonna need it. I might wear that thing out by the midterms.